And action. All right, today we're going to talk about GoPro chin mounts. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one I don't have. We can't find it. We moved, and that's called the SoPro mount. So here we have the ProShot Cam mount, ProShotCam.com. We have the mount that's going to come with, not come with, sorry, but you can buy for your Climb F3 or F5 helmets. Maybe even other models. I guess I've just never used any other models. And this is a clamp that came from Amazon. I'll send the link there in the video. And we'll go over the pros and cons of each. So let's start with the ProShot Cam. This was the first chin mount. Wait, I should say that we're only going to talk about chin mounts because I think this is far superior than any other mount. You've got the OG head mount. It's the worst. It's the worst of all of them. You've got a bad view. You've got a view where there's no, you don't see sometimes you see a visor, but that's it. You can't see controls. You can't see a front fender usually, and it gets knocked off your head. Why do you want your GoPro to get knocked off of your head? Every single Monday after a race, somebody's on Facebook or on the forum saying, "Hey, I lost my GoPro. Did anybody pick it up?" I mean, you have a lot of faith in humanity if you think that somebody's going to pick up and return the thing that everybody wants, a GoPro. So that's no good. A chest mount, I've seen videos of chest mounts. I watch 5 seconds, I turn it off. There's guys that wear chest mounts that I really want to see their video. Barry McCarty, I'm talking to you. You've got chest mount videos on YouTube of you just slaying it at Gatorback, and I'd love to watch that, but a chest mount is just, it's handicapped because if you're sitting on your bike and you aim your chest mount, the minute you stand up and lean over, it's aimed to the ground. And then the opposite's true. If you mount it standing up and then you sit down, it's looking at the sky. So no chest mount. The second best to this, I believe, is the guys that mount them under the visor. Sean Clark does that. Check out his videos. Sean Clark didn't like the weight of the chin mount. I've never thought it was a problem. Maybe I've just got a strong neck. So he runs it under the visor here. It's not every helmet you can do that with. Some helmets just don't have the room. Like this box helmet here. Where would you mount that? You can't really mount it on the bottom of the visor because the visor is magnetic. Arai has some helmets that have like a floppy visor. Can't do that. So that brings us to the chin mount. This was the OG chin mount. This is ProShot, and here we have here. It's nothing fancy. It's one of those things where you think, why didn't I think of that? It requires you to put some Velcro on your helmet. This is about how much Velcro you're getting. This is how much Velcro you're getting, I should say. And we're going to talk about pros and cons. Well, this is the con right here. You got to put this stuff on your helmet. It's super strong. I mean, it's really strong. This thing's not coming off. I mitigated the eyesore of the Velcro by cutting it to kind of go with the contours of the helmet. So if I'm not wearing my ProShot, the helmet still looks cool. Another con is that it doesn't fit every helmet. I actually had to take this tool and I had to file the nose of my helmet. Look, that's still got the paint on there. I had to file that because once the ProShot was on there, the camera wouldn't tilt up enough. It's too far down. All right, but here's how to install this. You put your Velcro on there and you push it on. Ah, it's on. It's not coming off. Very, very sturdy. Love it. But look at the Climb helmet here. You had to put it on this flat spot. Well, that made it really high. That made the ProShot Cam be like up here, and I put it in front of your visor, so I had to angle it down, and then you're not getting all the Velcro. So, oh, and Arai helmets have a pretty round chin piece, so you're not going to get a bunch of the Velcro contact. So there's the pros and cons of that. The pros are you're getting a great chin mount view. Not very expensive. I think they're 25 bucks. You'll have to check on it, but buy one. If you've got a helmet that has a flat spot like this, go for it. The next thing I've got on the list here is this clamp. Nothing super special about this. It's a clamp. Clamps. So to go from helmet to helmet, it's so easy. You're just twisting it. Goes on the street bike helmets really well, and it's clamped on there. It's not coming off. It's gonna come off if you hit it on something. But I hope you're not doing that. But it works great for the street bike helmets, and it really changes from helmet to helmet easily. I recommend this if you're just casually riding. I don't recommend it for racing at all. It's not going to work out. Before we get to the best one, let's get to the SoPro mount. The SoPro mount is, I'll put a link to it in the description, but it's a flat piece and it just goes onto the chin piece. It's got straps and the straps go behind and you buckle them and that's it. Pros, no permanent modification to helmet. Goes from helmet to helmet very easily. I briefly had a helmet cam rental business at the track before I did some traveling, and I would meet you at your motorhome or whatever before the race, and I'd put the SoPro mount on your helmet, and I meet you after the race, and I take it off, and I got from helmet to helmet. I couldn't do that with this, because this will pull the graphics off your helmet. When you take this off your helmet, graphics will come with it. SoPro mount, no modification to the helmet. One rider did have one of the straps come loose. So it dangled. Fortunately, he was very conscious of it, so when he came by some spectators, he ripped the other side off and he threw it at some spectators and they returned it to me. If you buy a SoPro mount and you're racing, I suggest you clasp the buckles and then you take the extra straps and you put some safety pins right here on the straps, and that way they can't come off. Alright, let's talk about the best. The absolute best chin mount is you buy a Climb helmet and you pop out your mouth guard and you pop in their 3D mounted chin guard. Look how beautifully sleek and integrated that is. And it's strong. I've been racing with these now for a couple seasons, I think. I mean, look, just look how pretty it is. It doesn't get any better than this, it really doesn't. The con is, you might not need a new helmet. But if you need a new helmet, it's a no-brainer. You buy yourself a Climb F3 or F5, and you pop in the 3D mount deal there. So that's the clear winner. Let's talk about aiming quickly. People have a hard time aiming if you search through GoPro videos on YouTube. Side note, we call it GoPro the same way that we call throwing disc frisbees and we call every hot tub a jacuzzi. I shoot on a Garmin Verb Ultra 30 sometimes, and there's a lot of ways it's very superior to the GoPro. The GoPro itself now has a hyper smooth that Garmin hasn't caught up to yet, but as soon as Garmin has some kind of hyper smooth competition, switching back over, because the software, this video will say, shot on a Garmin. No, I'm using the Garmin software because it's far superior. All the GoPro software is bottom of the barrel trash, and GoPro, I hope you get your stuff together because unacceptable. And the wind noise. Click on my last video, sand whoops on the XR600. Wind noise, unacceptable. All right, so here's my thing. I hook it on there and I point my head. This is exactly what I do before every race. All right, I'm gonna ride about like that. And I want this to go out. Boom, that's it. And when you've got your super wide field of view, you have a pretty big margin of error. I mean, if it's up here, you're probably still going to get a good video. If it's down here, you're probably still going to get an acceptable video. But you'll pretty much learn, now that these things go live to your phone, there's really no reason. Just don't sit on your bike and put your head like this, because that's not how you're racing. You're racing like this. What are my other GoPro tips? I've been making these race videos since 2013, and from the very beginning, the average watch time is something that is on the YouTube analytics, and it's between 6 and 7 minutes. That's it. That's the only attention I can keep from you guys watching these motorcycle videos. So when you think about buying the big battery, or you think about even, oh my gosh, my GoPro isn't charged 100%. Doesn't matter, people are only watching 6 minutes. So if any of you other dirt bike guys have channels and you've got different analytics than that, I'd love to know what you're doing to keep people's attention for more than 6 minutes, because that's all I've ever gotten. But, you know, you click on there, you fast forward, you see something cool, you watch it for a minute, you get back to your life. I don't blame you. So that's it. In order of what I would spend my money on, well, I guess there's different applications. If you're just out cruising with your friends, buy that. Thing's perfect for that. If you are racing and you don't mind putting the Velcro things on your helmet, Pro Shot Cam. If you need a new helmet at all, though, I highly suggest the Klim F5 or the F3 and get one of these. This is the best. Okay, that's it. Usually I show you guys my dog in the video, but I think he's inside with the wife. Okay, that's it. Cut.